and this room, because we've cut the price of Sundance in half to just $3.99 a square yard. This is a DuPont 501 carpet of 100% nylon pile. It has real durability, plus a dramatic sculptured surface in rich two-tone shades. Sundance. Save 50% now at Ward's.
Carol? Barbara, it's been so long. You've really changed. Do you have time for coffee? Sure. Carol, how did you do it? You were always sort of fat. You're right, Barb. I tried everything. Then I discovered Get Slim, Stay Slim. A magazine helped you slim? Look at this week's issue with menus.
Get Slim, Stay Slim. Read it and make your figure worth watching again. Part 1, only 95 cents from KTEL. On sale now at leading newsstands everywhere.
Watch Newsroom at 11.
Because of the following special programs, the CBS Thursday night movies will not be presented this evening.
Let's have a big encore. Let's hear the song. Let's see the dance that made us stand up and cheer. You know it's wrong to pass up the chance to savor a trooper, a true super duper.
Just one more time. Let's see our favorite show.
One more time. Let's see a genuine pro.
It may be something sporty from the top of 40 or a beautiful Shakespeare rhyme.
Please do it, do it, do it, do it one more time.
Did you see it in the movies? Did you hear it on the air? Did it happen in a cabaret?
Was it on your television or your hi-fi set? Or maybe a legitimate play?
Well, wherever it was, here comes a meeting with something very definitely worth repeating.
One more time. One more time.
One more time. Lay us a quick reprise.
One more time. Come back with seconds, please.
Just ignore our yell before a second helping can only be called a crime. So do it, do it, do it, do it one more time.
One More Time is brought to you by Kraft. For 3 generations, delivering value and convenience with good food and good food ideas to help your family eat a little better.
Did you fix up something special? Oh, yeah. Leave it to me.
At Kraft, we make our dressings as if they were for very special occasions. We make our French dressings smooth and mild, thick and creamy, subtly spiced. French dressing with a bit more spirit, a dash more excitement, because at Kraft, we think salads ought to be fun.
Butter.
Huh?
Butter.
Parquet margarine.
Butter.
Parquet. You understand?
Butter.
Parquet. You're good, honey, but sweet, creamy. Ooh, butter.
Parquet.
All right.
Parquet margarine from Kraft. The flavor says butter.
Folks, thank you. Holy cow, it's great to hear that sound one more time, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nelson Riddle. Good evening, folks. I'm really glad to be here on this show for Kraft. I guess it was inevitable that sooner or later Mr. Milk had to turn to cheese. Boy, that music really takes you back, doesn't it? Back when Sugar Ray was champion, Frank Sinatra was king, when every parent in America complained that their kids were going to pot. And our main fear was that the Japanese were going to take over this whole country. It's amazing. Every one of those things is still true today. Well, anyway, welcome to One More Time. We've gathered together some of the greatest performers in the world to recreate the magic moments that made them famous. Actually, we're not too sure of everybody that's going to turn up tonight. We tried to get Arthur Godfrey, but he wouldn't appear without Julius LaRosa. Hold it down back there, will you guys? Charles Van Doren is still home trying to forget the answer to the $64,000 question. And we thought we were going to have Martin and Lewis. Tony said okay, but Ted turned us down. All of the performers here tonight remind you of the good old days when pollution was in the air and not in the theaters or in the orchestra. And when topless referred to waitresses and not meat prices. You remember those days back when public servants served a term and not a sentence? When executive privilege was dictating to your secretary and not your attorney general? However, there are some things that never change, things that are always in style, like dedication, perseverance, white buck shoes. And here's a lady who'll always be in style, America's official ambassador of love, Miss Pearl Bailey.
Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Won't you come home? On the whole day long, I'll do the cooking, honey. I'll pay the rent. I know I've done you wrong. Remember that rainy evening? I threw you out. What do you have? You had nothing. You had a fine tooth comb. But I know I'm to blame. Ain't that a shame? Bill Bailey, come on home. Bill Bailey, one more time. Bill Bailey. I said, William, Willie, won't you come on home?
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Carol Chandler.
Kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. A kiss may be grand, but it won't pay the rental on your humble flat or help you at the automat. Men grow cold as girls grow old, and we all lose our charms in the end. But square cut or pear shape, these rocks don't lose their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. I don't mean rhinestone. Diamond, 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 diamond are a girl's best first introduced that song in 1949 on Broadway in a show called Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. The character I played was a chorus girl from Little Rock, Arkansas. Well, I am playing her one more time on Broadway in a new musical called Lorelei. You know, over the years, I have met a lot of chorus girls, and I always give them the same advice. Stay away from my husband. But here are some chorus girls who don't need any advice. They know how to do it all. The sensational June Taylor dancers.
If you love cheese, there's a man you can thank for making this good food so easy to have and enjoy. J.L. Kraft started selling cheese back in 1903, teaching people about its flavorfulness and convenience. Well, the word spread quickly, and soon everyone came to know that here was cheese you could count on for uniform flavor and texture and quality. Kraft also talked about something else, value. You get what you pay for. He believed it then, and it's especially true today. Now this fine natural cheese comes in many shapes and sizes. It's Cracker Barrel brand cheddar made in America for America's big cheese appetite. For easy cooking, there are processed cheese loaves and Velveeta processed cheese spread. For a fresh start in the morning, there's Philadelphia brand cream cheese, a traditional favorite. And there are processed and natural cheese slices for all kinds of good sandwiches. And snack cheese, a wonderful array for every kind of snack and appetizer. You know, if today there are so many cheese lovers, maybe it's because there is Kraft.
Some time ago there was a man
delivered cheese in a wagon van. He made it so everyone could know good cheese flavor and tradition. Today it's the same because Kraft was the name.
No one to talk with old Pine.
Ladies and gentlemen, George Bird.
Oh, baby loves you. Isn't it pretty? Good evening. They asked me to come out tonight to introduce Patty Andrews of the legendary Andrews sisters. And it makes sense because they thought one great singer should introduce another one. Look, I admit that there are a lot of singers better than I am. There's Sinatra, there's Tony Bennett, that's about it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Patty Andrews.
That nice introduction.
I was glad to do it, Patty, because I've always loved your singing. Audiences couldn't get enough of the Andrews sisters back in 1944. And now it's 1974, and they still want to see them one more time. As a matter of fact, they open next month on Broadway, and it's a good thing they do. You just don't hear singing like that anymore.
Oh, yes, you do, George, and better. You know, they're with us here tonight, the hottest singing group in the whole country.
Who's that?
It's the fabulous Pointer Sisters.
Hurry up, dig a little pony, I know. Say that's so. Hurry up, dig a little pony, we'll go. Ride, 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 blowing pretty, what a musical treat. Say that's so. Get him going steady, what a wonderful feat. Ride, ride, ride. Giddy up, do it, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, go quick. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, once more, I wanna read. Till he's big and they wig. Hurry up, dig a little pony, I know. Say that's so. I said, hurry up, dig a little pony, we'll flow. Ride, ride, ride. Wanna say a lot about a little pony. Wanna celebrate the night the pony booted up the beat. And every time he got to cook and everybody started looking. I see him walk, tell what he's doing. The blow's going hot was in it every minute. Still the pretty kind of sound, really giving every pound. And never acting like the greatest man around. Oh, everybody dug and they had him really drinking like they did a lot of swigging from a counter jug. And then he cooled a while, sentimental style. And later on a little while it started swinging. Yeah. Stomping the floor, let a pony went a ride till straight. But a horse minute more, had him coming back for more when he added up the score. George the Lord, blow your horn, do a sound, sing your song. You're really putting it down. A bit of listening with a passable ear. We're getting an awful lot of messages anywhere. Ride, pony, ride. Be my weather guide. Keep on singing, I think you're bringing the word. Oh, singing. Go, pony, go. Push me in the door. Dig me winging, what way you digging I heard. Oh, ride, pony, ride. Be my weather guide. Keep on singing, I think you're bringing the word. Ball, pony, ball. Don't be slowing on. Don't be quitting, just when you hit the beat. Get a record that'll play a week. Could be, pop. Could be.
I'm telling you. Hey, you want to know something? I bet we could pass for sisters.
I'm afraid not, Patty.
No?
No. You're too short.
Since you're all dressed, what say we do it?
You're on. One more time.
Buy me a Mr. Shane. Please let me explain. Buy me a Mr. Shane means that you're grand. Buy me a Mr. Shane. It's such an old refrain, and yet I should explain. It means I am begging for your hand. I could say Bella, Bella, even say Ephraim. Each language only helps me tell you how grand you are. I've tried to explain. Buy me a Mr. Shane. So kiss me and say you'll understand. I've tried to explain. Buy me a Mr. Shane. So kiss me and say that you will understand.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the sensational Jackson 5.
Get up on your high horse, girl. Think what you're doing. Get up on your horse, girl. Think what you're doing. Spinning around on your merry-go-round. You got me dizzy. Get it together. Leave it alone. If you don't want my loving, I'll be gone. It's really a thrill to be on the same stage with so many great performers.
Well, thank you, Michael.
Good. Stay cool. All of us have favorite performers who have inspired us over the years. Great people from yesteryear like David Cassidy. That's right. Woo! Bobby Sherman. Yeah. And some of you remember those wonderful old-timers, the Osmond Brothers.
Who are the Osmond Brothers?
I never heard of them. I don't know. Must have been big in the 50s. Stay cool. We'd like to dedicate our next song to these people. When I had you to myself, I didn't want you around. Those pretty faces on the street, standing out in the crowd. Someone to pick you from the bunch. Wonderland was all it took. Now it's much too late for me. Take a second look. Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Show me that I love you. Won't you please let me back in your heart? Yeah. Easy as 1, 2, 3. All simple as do-re-mi, ABC. 1, 2, 3, number 3. There is love, I'll be there. I'll be there. Don't you know, baby, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there, yeah. Just call my name, and I'll be there. I'll be there. Then the two of us need love no more. We both found what we were looking for. like Ben.
You're my love, you're my angel. I'd like to thank you for waiting patiently. Yeah, yeah. Daddy's home. Your daddy's home to stay.
Come on! I never can say goodbye, girl. Ooh, yeah. I never can say goodbye. Oh, yeah. I never can say goodbye, girl. Ooh, baby. I never can say goodbye. Stop the love you see me be alone. It's blue, or someday you'll be all alone.
The dictionary defines the word class as having a high standard of excellence and unique style. Well, we have a shorter definition. Class to us is the Mills Brothers.
I'm gonna buy a paper doll that I can call my own. The doll that other fellows cannot steal. And then the flirty, flirty guys with their flirty, flirty eyes will have to flirt with dollies that are real. When I come home at night, she will be waiting. She'll be the truest doll in all this world. I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own than have a fickle-minded real girl.
You gentlemen are really something else.
Thank you. Say, would you young balladeers care to participate in a bit of nostalgia with the Brothers Mills in the magic moment of musical merriment?
Can we just sing with you?
Right on, baby. Oh, up a lazy river by the old Mill, the lazy, lazy river in the noonday sun.
Linger in the shade of a condo tree.
Throw away your troubles, dream a dream with me. Oh, up a lazy river where the robin song. Oh, it's a bright blue morning where we can roll along. Blue skies over everyone's in line. Up a lazy river, how happy you can be. Up a lazy river with me. Oh, baby, I'm a rank of my brain, but ain't got a name. Keep it distant, so very true. Baby, oh, brain, we're giving a flame. And at the start of anyone humming a thing, the melody's done, repeat and repeat. And if you can swing, it's got a good beat. And that's the main thing to make it complete. Cause everyone's swinging today. So we go to do but one, the not for 70K. Hey, 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 it's over one. It's got to swing on swing. Hey, hey. And Mr. Les Brown can make it renowned. And Ray Anthony, he could rock it for me, he's no doubt. It's Opus 1.
what the English like about their cheddar cheese. And that's the kind of flavor you get in Kraft macaroni and cheese dinner. Tender macaroni that's rich with cheddar flavor, robust cheddar flavor, and the macaroni dinner that has it comes from Kraft.
Kraft dinner's the good kind you cook up fresh.
I'll have a zesty Italian, please.
Zesty Italian, right. Our flavor of the month. Lots of garlic, red bell peppers, and chips of tangy onion for a really zesty flavor. And it stays shook. We make our zesty Italian with a bit more spirit, a dash more excitement.
That's terrific.
Because at Kraft, we think salads ought to be fun.
I know, but could I have my salad now?
Maybe you'd like to take a bottle home.
Sure. Could I have my salad?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gene Sheldon. music lovers, Mr. George Burns.
Thank you. Good. Nice. Love it. Want you to sit back and relax because you're in for a very, very exciting evening. I'm going to sing. 8 songs. And if you like them, I'll sing 9. If you don't like them, I'll sing 38. All ballads. I'll sing them slow and sustain the last notes. Nelson and Mikey. Down in the garden where the red roses grow. Oh my, I want to go. Pluck me like a flower, touch me an hour. Love me, let me learn that red rose right. Boom, boom, boom. Red leaves are falling in the rosy romance. Bees, come, now's your chance. Don't go hunt for possums. Mingle with the... Hold it. I think I'm going to have a little trouble. What is it, Carol?
Oh, it's nothing, George. You go right ahead. I don't want to interrupt your song.
You gonna stand here while I sing?
Well, I promise I won't move a muscle. I won't breathe. You just ignore me.
That would be kind of hard to do. Well, what is it?
Well, as a matter of fact, you really want to know?
Yes, I want to know,
right.
sure.
Well, I've been thinking.
Yeah?
And I got to thinking, George, that the name of this show is One More Time.
That's
right. And that means that any classic show business routine should be repeated one more time.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Makes sense.
Well, I saw you and Gracie at the Palace do a doctor's routine.
Yeah.
You know, at the old Palace Theater?
Oh, yes.
And it made such a memorable impression on me. I saw it 7 times.
7 times?
7 times.
Do you know it?
Oh, yes,
well,
I couldn't forget it.
Let's do it.
You mean do it now?
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Why not?
Oh, well, Gracie's character on stage, she was sort of wide-eyed, you know, and silly. I mean, she acted kind of fey and vague, you know. I'm just not that type.
Well, I'm sure a great actress like you can do it.
Well, it'd be pretty difficult.
Well, try.
We'll try.
Yeah.
Just for you, I try. All right, I try.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Well, Carol, say hello to everybody.
Hello.
What did you do today?
As a matter of fact, I took my girlfriend to the doctor's office.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was there, somebody told a joke and it had everybody dying laughing.
Well, let's all hear it. It's a
You
great
hear it?
audience. Sure,
All
I'd
right.
love to hear it.
All right, you want to hear the joke? Okay. Well, this one fellow said to the other fellow, well, if you think she's something, wait till you see her sister. She's coming with pineapples.
Is that the whole joke?
Well, there were some things that they said ahead of it that I didn't hear, but that was the part that had everybody dying laughing.
Well, I must remember that. I'll be a riot at the barber shop.
Well, then, George, this might be interesting. While I was in the doctor's office, I read a newspaper.
Oh?
And it had the latest census report on the visitors to Los Angeles.
Oh?
Yeah. And, you know, you people don't look tired and worn out to me.
Why should they look tired and worn out?
Well, right at the top of the census report, it said, visitors to Los Angeles broken down by age and sex.
I don't think you understand what that means.
Oh, I certainly do. I've known about the birds and the bees all my life.
I hear that.
When I was a very little girl, my mother told me, you know, how the bees carry pollen from flower to flower on their feet.
Well, that's true. They do carry pollen on their feet.
Well, maybe they do, but I tried it, and believe me, George, it's nothing.
I found out I was just ready to take my shoes off.
Oh, no. Oh, and then, George, there was this lady, and she had just a little bitty 6-month-old baby with her, and she was worried because he couldn't hold on to his food.
His baby couldn't hold on to his food?
The baby could not, no. And so I told her, I said, well, give him a live lobster.
Give the baby a live lobster?
Well, certainly. If he can't hold on to his food, why not get food that can hold on to him?
Else happened in the doctor's office?
Well, it did. Yeah. How did you know?
I did this routine before.
Matter of fact, something else happened.
Oh, what happened?
And what happened was that the lady...
A lady
sitting next to me.
Yeah?
Yes. Well, she told me that she sprained her back playing tennis. And she said that she hadn't held a racket in her hand for over 2 years. So I said, well, my goodness, where have you been holding it?
Carol.
What do you want to
Carol,
yes.
I think that Carol, I think that's the end of the routine. And if it isn't, it should be. This is where Gracie and I used to do a sand dance.
Well, George, I didn't memorize a sand dance.
Well, Carol, then we haven't got to finish.
No, we haven't, have we?
Wait a minute, I got an idea. Nelson, keep playing the vamp to the sand dance. Dee-doo, dee-doo, sing. Do-dee-doo. We haven't got to finish. What'll we do? We haven't got to finish. What'll we do? Dee-doo. We haven't got to
Butter.
Oh, what was that?
Butter.
Parquet margarine.
Butter.
No, parquet. It says right on your lid, parquet margarine.
Butter.
Parquet. Smooth, delicious. Butter.
Parquet.
Oh, yeah.
Parquet margarine from Kraft. The flavor says butter.
Why don't you try Miracle Whip instead of just about anything else you're used to using? Miracle Whip adds a touch of difference to anything you do.
Want a foolproof way to give white sauce a lively new flavor? Try Miracle Whip instead. Its special blend of spices turns a plain sauce into an easy a la king sauce. Just mix a half cup of Miracle Whip salad dressing with a 1/4 cup flour. Gradually stir in 2 cups milk, cooking until thickened. With Miracle Whip, the sauce blends smoothly without lumping. Now add mushrooms, chicken, ham, whatever you like. For the recipe, write a la king, Box 1718, Chicago, Illinois, 60690. For this great new taste in a sauce or anything, try Miracle Whip instead.
Why don't you try Miracle Whip instead of just about anything else you're used to using? Next time you want a touch of difference, try Miracle Whip instead.
On a day like today, we pass the time away, writing love letters in the sand. How my broken heart aches with every wave that breaks over love letters in the sand. Oh, well, now everybody's gonna have religion and glory. Everybody's gonna be singing that story. Everybody's gonna have a wonderful time up there. Oh, glory, hallelujah, brother. There's a reckoning coming in the morning. Better get ready, cause I'm giving you the warning. Everybody's gonna have a wonderful time up there. Now listen, everybody, cause I'm talking to you. The Lord is the only one to carry you through. You better get ready, cause I'm telling you why. The Lord is coming from his throne on high. Going down the valley, going one by one. We're gonna be rewarded for the things we've done. How you gonna feel about the things you'll say on that judgment day? Well, everybody's gonna have religion and glory. Everybody's gonna be singing that story. Everybody's gonna have a wonderful time up there. Oh, glory, hallelujah, brother. There's a reckoning coming in the morning. Better get ready, cause I'm giving you the warning. Everybody's gonna have a wonderful time up there. Oh, yeah.
You know, there's some people in this business who are such giants, who have such stature, that introducing them only requires one name. People like Sinatra, Elvis, Lucy, Liberace. Well, Here's our next guest, George Gobel.
I appreciate that, and I suppose I look kind of calm tonight, but actually I am on the horns of a dilemma, which can be pretty uncomfortable unless you happen to land just the wrong way. See, the thing is, come on, you guys. The thing is, they asked me to talk about the good old days, and I can't even remember what happened last night. But I've been in this business, show business, for a long, long time. I have met the greats, the near greats, the ingrates, the have-beens, the never-wases, never-were. I have hobnobbed with the blockheads of Oshkosh, the crowned heads of Europe, and several peculiar people from Scappoose, Oregon. And at one time or another, one of them has said to me, all of them said to me, George, get out of the business. It didn't bother me. Didn't bother me. I persevered. That's one thing I persevered. Oh, I persevered. I was arrested on Hollywood Boulevard for persevering. No, really, a policeman, he come walking over. It was downhill, you know, and he said, George, get out of the business. But one thing, you don't have to worry about me. Really, I'm not... No, because a lot of TV performers, and I know you've heard it, they've squandered their money. No, sir, not old loans. I invested very wisely. For example, I'm the major stockholder in a cannonball factory. You can't hardly get them no more. In 1960, you know what I did? I spent 10,000 good deluxe American dollars building a bomb shelter. And then I blowed another 15 grand sending threatening letters to Russia. Now, after that, I very shrewdly bought up $500,000, mind you, 1968 calendars, which doesn't seem like a big deal at the moment, but if 1968 ever rolls around again, I'm in like a porch climber. And another thing I forgot to tell you, I didn't mention it, but I own the copyright on the Agnew for President bumper sticker. The one thing that hasn't changed is my haircut. Same old butch, you know, or as it's called at this point in time, the Halderman. But nowadays, it's not... See, not too many barbers know how to cut it anymore. Really, I went into a... They're not all like Ralph and Mitch. They're my barber. I went into a strange barber shop. I walked in, and a guy, he looked at my hair, and then he looked at me, and then he looked at my head, and then he looked at my hair, and then he said, well, he said, shall I take a little off the top? I said, no, take a little off the bottom. I want to see how you do it. Sounds kind of cute now, you know, but it wasn't the brightest thing I ever said in my whole life. But you know what they say? If you wait long enough, everything comes back into style. You know, cuffs are back on your trousers, and bow ties are back. I'm just waiting for short to come back. But actually, you know, being short doesn't particularly bother me because I have another quality that more than compensates for it. See, I'm so dull that nobody notices that I'm short. But over the years, you know, there's one question that people ask you, and the one question they've asked me more than any other is, how are things between you and your wife, spooky old Alice? Thank you, and so long, neighbors.
I tell you, it really took me back to the good old days.
Yeah, the good old days when we both had our own show. You know, come to think of it, that's what made the old days so good.
No, I really think everything was better then, though. Back when the whole world was young and gay.
Yeah. Now it's not even young anymore.
Now, George, really, I think the songs were better back then.
I think so, too.
I mean, they had meaning.
Right.
Down in the meadow, in an itty-bitty poo, and 3 itty-fitties, and a mama fitty too.
Fim said to Mama Fitty, Fim, if you tell.
TinyTim is crying.
Huh? And they swam, and they swam, and they swam, and they swam all over the dam. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and hopefully the only TinyTim. There is love in the hands of all people, love in the hands of us all. Reach out and take it, together we'll make it. Love old folks and big folks and small.
One of the many ways for hands to love is in the preparation of food. Like fondues made with Cheese Whiz and sandwiches made with Kraft processed cheese food slices. There's Cracker Barrel brand cheddar, aged beautifully, and Squeeze a snack, perfect for one little cracker.
Old hands to young hands teach the feeling among hands held tightly. They cannot be broken.
Good food and good food ideas from the helping hands of Kraft.
Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna go and taste yesterday's highlight. Before the parade passes by, I wanna get some life back into my life. I'm ready to move out in front, 'cause I've had enough of just passing by life. When the whistles blow and the cymbals crash and the sparklers light the sky, I'm gonna raise the roof, I'm gonna carry on. So give me an old trombone, give me an old baton, and let that parade pass right by.
Well, hello, darling.
Well, hello, darling.
It's so nice to hear you sing that Dolly song.
You know, really, you are looking so great, Dolly.
Think so?
I know.
You've lost some weight, Dolly.
Bless your heart. You're just glowing. You're growing. You're still growing strong.
I feel a room.
Funny thing, I see that room too.
For the band
is playing
one of our old favorite songs from way back when.
So
here's my hat, fella.
Well, I'm staying right where
Dolly'll never go away again. Well, here we are, the Dolly sisters. Pearlie, we had a healthy run on Broadway.
Yeah, honey, we had a lot of fun on Broadway. You listen, you got a new hit.
Hope it's a true hit.
I heard.
I'm playing Lorelei Lee.
Go.
I hear you wrote a book.
I wrote a book.
On how to cook.
Oh, how to cook.
A tasty dish.
A tasty dish.
Of meat or fish.
Meat or fish. I answered all the good food lovers. Put my secret under that cover.
Hear the
I hear that tingling.
See
that twinkling.
Still get glances from those handsome men.
Yeah.
Wow, 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 fellas. Look at the old girls now, fellas. Dolly'll never go away. Dolly came home this time to stay. Dolly'll never go away
One More Time has been brought to you by Kraft. For 3 generations delivering value and convenience with good food and good food ideas to help your family eat a little better. Kraft. For recipes and many more good food ideas, send a postcard to Kraft, Box 1718, Chicago, Illinois.
Before we go, one more time. Dolly'll never go away. Dolly came home this time to stay. Dolly'll never go away
This program was recorded. Be sure to see football's crowning glory, the Super Bowl, Sunday at noon. Stay tuned now as President Nixon reviews the first year of his second term in The Seventh Crisis. Nixon on Nixon. Next.
Nobody puts their hands on my body.
You are crazy.
Oh, don't act so smart.
The wildest, weirdest woman this side of the Pecos. Dirty Sally.
Tomorrow.
Analgesic, the liquid antitussive and alcohol not found in contact. 6 or 3 or 1. Give your cold to contact.
Santa Anita, Sunday could be your day.
I went to check it out. The manager of the National Theater in Westwood says that there indeed are at least a dozen people who faint or become ill during every showing. But The Exorcist is still drawing sellout houses for every performance, complete with lines around the block. I spent an evening in the lobby just to see if people really do come stumbling out in the middle of the picture, as reported. They did, so I asked them why.
It just scared me to death. Things just like this, really scared me to death. I'm just nervous.
Do you remember what particular scene it was that
When she was in, what was it? When she was in a room, the doctors came in, and I guess it was when she was talking the devil's voice. Oh, God, I can't believe it.
Keep away. This hour is mine.
Are you going to go back in and see more of the movie now?
Probably, yeah.
What are you going to do right now?
I don't want to see it, but my curiosity is killing me. I have to see it.
I fainted like 10 minutes after the first beginning of the movie. And I walked out, and they gave me some water.
Yeah? Do you remember what caused you to faint?
Well, they started that spinal tap or whatever so. And I started closing my eyes, and I could hear the gagging, and I was getting sicker, and I walked up the aisle with my friend, and I was just ready to pass out.
Yeah.
I passed out
You did?
in about the first half hour, yeah.
Do you remember what it was, what scene it was that affected you so much?
Convulsions, when she took convulsions. Because I have a little girl, and it was like watching my little girl.
I think it's disgusting.
Why?
I don't know, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't make me want to get sick like everybody says. It just, my legs are just going, "Nyeh," and I want to go in the lobby and not watch it, and I have to cover my ears.
What was it that made that happen?
When she started talking like devil coming out of her. Bleh.
How about you?
I can't even describe it. It's so horrible. It just... I don't know why I waited 4 hours to see that.
The devil made her did it, I bet. The fact that people do wait 4 hours in line and then go back in to see more after they've fainted or gotten sick, I guess it shows how far some people will go for the thrill of being chilled to the bone. And judging from my long night in the lobby, the people most susceptible to being profoundly upset by the film are those who went in believing in the devil.